So in this third problem, there will be a UDL load is acting for the span 4 meter. So first step, we have to draw the bending moment diagram for the reaction. Okay, so for that, first we have to remove the 40 kilonewton per meter. That means UDL load, and apply the prop RB. Okay, and draw the bending moment diagram. So RB into 4. This is the bend moment value at the fixed support. And what is the corresponding centroid distance? X1 bar is equal to, so the centroid from the edge means, since it is the triangle, edge means the formula is 2/3 of L. So 2/3, what is the length of the span? 4 meters. So 2/3 of 4, it is 2.67 meter. So next, now apply the, now remove the RB and apply only external load. Now tell me, it is the negative bending moment value. What is the formula? How you got 320 in a beam? A UDL load is acting. What is the bending moment formula at fixed end? W into L into L by 2. Therefore, W L square by 2. So if you put W into L means this UDL load is converted into point load. So 40 into 4, how much? 40 into 4, 160. 160 kilonewton. Students, first you understand the loading concept. How to convert UDL load into point load. Students, here you can see this 40 kilonewton load is acting for 1 meter only. Per meter means what is the meaning? So for 1 meter, this 40 kilonewton load is acting. Now we have 4 meters. So what is the total load? For 1 meter, it is 40. For 4 meter, how much? So 40 into 4, it is 160 kilonewton. So now this UDL load is converted into point load 160 kilonewton. Now we need moment here. So this 160 into what is the corresponding distance? So 160 into this distance, it is 2 meter. It is 2 meter. If you don't know the formula, apply this concept, you can easily find the bending moment. So 160 into 2, 320. You can easily got the answer. So at fixed end, it is 320. Now tell me, what is the corresponding centroid distance? So we know that this is not a triangle. If UDL load is acting, the bending moment shape is not triangle. It is a parabolic shape. It's a parabolic shape. In case of point load is acting, the bending moment diagram is, it's a triangle. So it is a the centroid formula is 2/3. Okay. So in case of parabolic shape means the formula is 3/4. You can see, students, we can usually understand from triangle to parabolic, it is 2/3, and for parabolic, it is 3/4. Next number only. So 2 comes changed into 3. This 3 changed into 4. Simply to remember. So that corresponding centroid distance x2 is equal to 3/4 into 4. You got 3 meter. Okay. So we got bending moment diagram for prop reaction, that means RB, and bending moment diagram for external UDL. So next, apply the Morse second theorem. That means P1x1 plus P2x2 equal to 0. So because deflection at the prop B is 0. Okay. So therefore, what is the area of first diagram? Of BH. Of into B is 4 meter and H is 4 for B. Into corresponding x1 bar distance 2.61 minus, because the second moment diagram is negative, so minus, what is the parabolic shape area? You can see here, we need to calculate the area of this parabolic shape shaded portion. Okay, so this is 1/2. For triangle, 1/2. In case of parabolic, it is 1/3. Simple to remember. it is 1 by 3. Okay, for triangle 1 by 2, for parabolic 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 into b into h. So for triangle half bh, for parabolic 1/3 b into h. B is 4 and h is 320, and the corresponding distance is 3 meter. Okay, centroid distance we already calculated. So from this calculate RB. So RB is 59.9 kilonewton. So RA is total load minus RB. What is the total load? Before we found out 160. So 160 minus 59.9, we got 100.1 kilonewton. So once you found RA RB, draw the free body diagram. So in this free body diagram, you have to mention external load and reaction and moment. So now taking moments about the point A equal to 0. So what are the loads will come? Moment will come. So this is minus MA, and 40 into 4 into 4 by 2. This is due to external load. This is clockwise direction. And 59.9, this force into this perpendicular distance. Okay. So this is anti-clockwise. So 59.9 into 4. This 100.1 will not come. Why? Because the distance is 0. So this 100.1 exactly acting at the point A. Distance is 0. So 100.1 into 0 is 0 only. So from this calculate MA. MA. Okay. So this is the bending moment value at MA. Now next we have to calculate the maximum bending moment. So maximum bending moment, where it is occurs? Where shear force is 0. Where shear force is 0, that we already know. Okay. So please see the diagram, students. So here the shear force is 100 kilonewton. Here the at A point is shear force 100 kilonewton. At B point shear is 60 kilonewton. That means exactly telling me it is 100.1, it is 59.9 only. RA RB. Okay. So they round out. It is 100 kilonewton. It is 60 kilonewton. Okay. This is taken from this value RA RB. Okay. So now tell me, at one point it is 0. Shear force is 0. That point only bending moment is maximum. So we need to calculate this distance from A. Okay. So for that I written one equation taking the shear value, load value up to here. So 100.1 minus 40 into 6. What is 40? 40 is the load. Suppose this is that X point. This distance is X point, means you can see here. This is the distance X point. Means so here taking the shear force at this point means only we have to consider only load. So consider only left portion. What are the loads will come? One is 100.1. This is upward, and 40 into X. 40 into X is the load is acting downward. From this we can easily calculate X value. X value is 2.5 meter. So therefore maximum positive moment is up to this point. Take the moment. So this is 2.5 meter. 2.5 meter. And calculate the bending moment for this point. What are the write the equation? One is anti-clockwise moment, MA will come, and this 100 into 100.1 into 2.5 meter. Okay, 100.1 into 2.5 meter. This is clockwise direction, and one downward load is acting. It is 40 into 2.5 square divided by 2. 40 into 2.5 square divided by 2. Okay, so this is anti-clockwise direction. This is anti-clockwise direction. Okay. So here I am taking moments about this point. So this 40 into 2.5 into 40 into 2.5 means it is converted into 0.2. So this force into this perpendicular distance we got means it is anti-clockwise direction. So that I put minus here. So first one is anti-clockwise moment, MA. We already found it is 40.4, and one clockwise moment 100 into this 2.5, it is clockwise direction, and one UDL load, this is 40 into 2.5 square divided by 2, anti-clockwise direction. So this is your MC. MC value is 44.85 kilonewton meter. This is the maximum positive bending moment. Next, this is the shear force diagram. We calculated shear force diagram, and the bending moment diagram is this one. So what is the bending moment value at A point? It is 80.4 minus, and at C point, that means maximum bending moment point, it is 44.85, and at B point is nothing but at the top end, it is 0. It is 0. So finally, we got the bending moment, shear force diagram, and bending moment diagram. Okay, students. Now we move to fourth problem. So what is the difference between previous problem and this problem? So previous problem, the UDL load is acting throughout the beam. Okay, but in this problem, the UDL load is acting partially. That means only half of the beam. Only half of the beam. Okay. So now draw the bending moment diagram. First, remove the external load. Okay, remove the external load, 20 kilonewton per meter. Okay. Next, draw the bending moment diagram. So obviously, the bending moment diagram is, it is a triangle one. Okay, obviously it is a triangle one. Okay. So RB into 4. What is the length of the beam? 4 meters. So RB into 4, and the corresponding centroid distance is 2/3 of L. 2/3 of L from the edge, centroid of this triangle. So next, come to UDL load. Okay. So now students, you can see the UDL load is acting only at 2 meters from the property end, not at the pole. So up to this portion, that means up to C portion, the UDL load bending moment is parabolic. Okay, so like this parabolic. Sorry. So here you can see it's not clearly shown. So like a parabolic up to this portion. After that, it is a straight line. After that, it is a straight line. So that it is not possible to calculate a combination of parabolic shape and a trapezoidal shape centroid distance. So that I split up the beam into 3 parts. Split up the bending moment diagram into 3 parts. You can see here, this is the parabolic portion, that means P2. So what is the corresponding moment value here? 20 into 2. Okay, 20 into 2 into 2 by 2. So 2 by 2 is 1. Okay, so I am taking moments about this point. 20 into 2 square by 2. It is 40. So what is the centroid distance? So we already know for parabolic, centroid distance is 3 by 4. So 3 by 4 into 2, we got 1.5 meter from the edge. Next, come to P3. You can see here the P3 portion is the triangle portion. P3 is the triangle portion. Okay. So next, we have to calculate the centroid distance. So what is the centroid up from here to here? Here to here is, since we have to take centroid from the base, it is 1/3. 1/3 of 2 meter. 1/3 of 2. 1/3 into 2. So we need centroid from this B point, propped point. So we have to add this distance also. This distance is 2 meter. So therefore 1/3 of 2, you can see here 1/3 of 2 plus 2. It is 2.67 meter. This is for P3. Next, coming to P4 diagram. This is also a triangle. This is also a triangle. So here we have to take from the edge. So now focus only this triangle. Only this triangle. Okay. So it is 1/3 of the, sorry, 2/3. It is edge. So it is 2/3 of the 2. This distance is 2 meter. So 2/3 of 2 plus from here to here it is 2. So that the distance is 3.33 meter. Okay, students. Once you understand this bending moment diagram, all are same. Other things all are same. So now apply the formula P1 x1 plus P2 x2 plus P3 x3 plus P4 x4. So substitute all the values, find out RB. So total load is 40. So 20 into 2, 40. So RA is 14.4 kilonewton. Okay. So now taking moments about the point A, draw the free body diagram and find out the shear force diagram. So calculate MA value, and this is the shear force diagram. And so based on the shear force diagram, first we need to calculate the D point distance. D point distance. So how to calculate? So at D point shear force is 0. At D point shear force is 0. Okay. So that equate D point is 0. We got 25.6. That means 25.6 is the vertical load and downward load 20 into X. So that distance is X equal to 1.28 meter from B. Okay. So therefore maximum positive bending moment. So taking moments about this point 25.6, this force into this perpendicular distance. Okay, students. So you can see here this force into this perpendicular distance. So 25.6 into X. What is X? 1.28. This is clockwise direction. Next 20 into 1.28 square divided by 2. That means 20 into 1.28 into 1.28 divided by 2. This is anti-clockwise direction. Okay. So that we got MD is equal to, that means maximum bending moment value is equal to 16.4 kilonewton meter. 16.4 kilonewton meter. Okay, students. So here MA value is 17.6. Just before we found, you can see here MA value 17.6. It is anti-clockwise direction. It is negative moment, and maximum bending moment is 16.4. What is this 11.2? 11.2 is nothing but the moment value at the C point. Moment value at C point. Okay. So you can take moment at C. Either you can take from left side or outside. You can get the value. Okay, students. So is it understandable? Understand? So next, what they did, point of contraflexion. What do you mean by point of contraflexion? Can anyone tell? So point of contraflexion is nothing but the distance where bending moment changes its sign. That means this is plus value bending moment, this is minus value bending moment. So that E point is the point of contraflexion point. So how to calculate that E point? So taking moments about that point. Okay, first we have to calculate the distance. So how to calculate the distance? Tell me. So taking moments about the point E is equal to 0. So we know that this is anti-clockwise moment. It is 70.6. So put minus, and reaction is 14.4. So the consider this distance is X. So 14.4 into X. Horizontal distance is X. So we got X equal to 1.22 meter. 1.22 meter. So finally, we got the distance 1.22 meter. Okay, this is the point of contraflexion point. Okay, student, it is all of you understand?